Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I will be talking about a nice Indian boy. Alright, so A Nice Indian Boy is an artistic rom-com movie that aired in movie theaters near me, and I have to say that when I first heard about this movie, I was intrigued by it. I wasn't really planning on going and watching it because I want to watch a lot of movies, but I do sometimes have to skip some because there are a lot of movies going out and I can't watch everything. And this one actually was on the list from, I'm gonna skip this, but I had an open spot in my reviews. I had a little bit of time. I was looking at what the movie theaters were playing and this one caught my interest again and I decided to go and watch it. I did not know anything about it. I just knew that it was about an Indian boy and that's about everything I knew. I did not read the premise for it until I went to the movie and I was actually going through, okay, what am I watching? And I knew it was a gay love story because I also saw that they were playing it as a Pride Night movie in the movie theater. That was the gimmick that made me, oh, it's a movie made for the gays, which was very nice and very interesting. And I loved that portrayal of this because that made the movie all the better, in my opinion. And when I watched this movie, I had to hold my laughter because at a while I was thinking, oh my God, I had never expected Dopinder from the Deadpool movies to be dating King George from Hamilton, but it kind of makes perfect sense. And I don't know why, but if you think about Dopinder and if you think about King George and the portrayal of Jonathan Groff in that role, they do match up. They absolutely do. And you can see that in this movie, not because of the Dopinder and King George stuff, but Karen Sony and Jonathan Groff have just incredible chemistry. And it's the incredible chemistry that these two have that absolutely makes this movie incredibly appealing and makes it incredibly nice to watch. And you can see that sparring and you can see that growing out of the movie. It makes the movie incredibly well made and makes the movie incredibly fun to watch just because these two are having a blast of a time and it works really well when these two are together. That when these two are not together and they both have to deal with other characters, and I mean especially the family of Karen Sony's character, it kind of drags the movie a little bit. The chemistry of these two make it amazing, but some other aspects like the family did not really work perfectly well for me. Still good enough to make sense for the story, to make me more invested in the story and in the story they're trying to tell for these two characters, but I have to say that after a while I got really a little bit annoyed with what they were doing with the parents because it was just very annoying and very generic and I was like, come on, try to tell something original, and then they moved me in the end and I cried over those parents. So mission accomplished, and I loved that as well. Which, that being said, I loved kind of everything in this movie. I do think that even though it's only 97 minutes long, because of all the family drama that they added, they could have skipped a little bit in that to make the movie just a little bit shorter, to make it even more tightly and more neatly and more nice, which would have made the movie even better and made an even more fun watch. But everything else, all the characters, even the friendly characters that are just friends to Karen Sony and Jonathan Groff, they were all nice. Everyone fitted in perfectly with the story. After a while, when you have the Indian stuff going on, like an Indian wedding and how you do all that and being taken into an Indian family, it's all working really well. The movie teaches you something about the Indian culture and about everything else and Bollywood and stuff like that, and an SRK reference in this movie, which I love because I have no idea about Bollywood or Indian cinema whatsoever, but I do know SRK, so that is really awesome. And yeah, I actually recognized them before they told me it was SRK, so I was really proud of that. And I have to say that this movie was insightful and it was really nice, and I absolutely loved everything that I saw in this. Even though I got annoyed with the parents and with the sister, especially the sister, in the end they completely won me over with it. It was really wholesome, it was really awesome, and I had a blast with this movie. And even though I do think it's a bit too long because of the annoyances I had with the parents, this is still a very great movie that you definitely should watch, because if you're a fan of rom-coms or not, if you're a fan of gay rom-coms or just normal rom-coms whatsoever, I do feel like this movie is definitely worth a watch because it's really, really, really good. In the end, I decided to give this one a 9 out of 10. I really, really like it. If you didn't notice it already, alright, what did you think of this one? Please let me know in the comments down below because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I want to thank you for watching and I would like to see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.